Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Mindset Coach.
I'm Sandra Priestley. I'm a business and branding coach, feng shui practitioner. Welcome to the podcast.
Happy Thursday.
Oh my gosh. I had company this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And we tried some new cans because why not?
Oh, yeah.
I know. And so I did not, but my husband did, and he said this was pretty good. It is from Cold Lake Brewing and Distilling, which is Cold Lake. Okay, so
Sure.
tiny city. And it's called hard blackberry iced tea. And
That sounds good.
it is. It is. I just took my first sip while we were starting. It looks pretty, but it is super tasty. It's very iced tea, like with like mild blackberry. And what is it? Vodka in here? Let me just hang on. Yeah, vodka is in it. Yeah,
Oh,
I know. So good.
yum. I wish we could
Oh,
get that here.
I know. What are you drinking?
Can you guess?
Pretty. Oh,
Prosecco and Empress Gin.
yeah, yeah.
I've got it right.
I like
Yeah.
it. It's so
And
pretty,
the
isn't
reason that I'm drinking this is 3 weeks in a row, Sandra. My
it?
daughter and her friend are sitting out on the patio about 4 or 5 nights ago, and they opened up a bottle of Prosecco and they didn't finish it. So it's kind of 4 or 5 day old, but
Still tasty.
the Empress fixes it. But I can't throw it out. I'm like,
No.
but I've done this. I'm just like the recycle person, whatever's left.
Yeah, I know. I know. I do the same though. I
Yeah.
do this and I don't want to waste it.
No.
So I don't know, but there's like less bubbles. It's all good.
And it's less, but it's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's still good. Okay. So tell me about your week. I had an amazing weekend
Yes.
and I'm excited to hear about your week. Oh,
The,
so
the
much.
whole week was amazing. The weekend was a kickoff. Paul took me on an overnight date. We had
Nice.
no grandbaby requirements this weekend.
Great.
And I'm like, I looked at him and I said, "Ooh, we should go somewhere." Kind of joking.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm on it." And I was like, "Really?" And we ended up going downtown Austin and checked into the hotel and walked around, realized it was Pride weekend.
Okay.
And I felt bad because I had no idea, but they were having a big parade out there that night.
Oh, yeah.
And he made reservations at a super nice restaurant downtown. And we had dinner there. And then we went to the Parker Jazz Club for a jazz show, a live music show.
Nice.
The service we received was over the top. The food was delicious. The people that we ran into on the street at the parade, um, it was just the coolest experience. And I was just sort of in awe of, because everything was working out for us, everybody from, and everywhere we went. And it was just like, I'm totally in the vortex right now.
Mm.
And we finish out our night, and the next morning we get up and go have breakfast, same experience again. And then we go back to the room, pack up, and come home. But it started off like my week, because Sunday I was just like, oh. And it's just rolled this week. And yesterday I got called into a meeting, and it was with the company, not the doctors I work for, but the company that we purchase what I sell from. And we're
Okay.
just not going to mention said company.
Yeah.
Get called into this meeting, and I get an email right about that time. And the meeting basically is filing chapter 15 or something. It's not quite bankruptcy, but I think it's some sort of reorganization.
Okay.
And production will continue, and your daily routine is not going to be disturbed. We're making some changes, and it was very vague, and there were supposed to be 3 calls today that we were supposed to go Q&A on, and they didn't even have it.
Interesting.
So I talked to one of the girls that got let go, and she was like, yeah, they're completely shutting down the lab for production for the next 6 months and have let everybody there go, which means because they think they have enough product for 6 more months.
Oh,
So that means either that they're hoping to ramp back up prior to so they can start fulfilling orders again, or they're going away. I don't know which one.
and how exciting till you find out.
I 6 months ago, maybe not 6 months ago, but a couple of years, maybe 6 months ago. I don't know. If I would have gotten that phone call, it would have freaked me out.
Mhm.
It would have put me in fear mode. It would, what am I going to do? Not only is this going away, but all of the other places like this, I can't just go over here or go over here. And oh my gosh, going down that nasty rabbit hole. But yesterday, when I got the news, and of course, they were very reassuring, and y'all have nothing to worry about, and blah, 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 blah. That's what their mouth was saying, but that is not what their bodies were saying.
Absolutely.
Um, and that could have just been concern and uncertainty. I don't know.
Or it's tough because they would be uncertain and trying to reassure you, but worried that they're wrong, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the feeling of excitement that wells up in me, like, oh, change is coming. What are you going to do now? And it wasn't from a place of holy shit. It was from a place of, I know this feeling. And when this feeling happens, something really good is on the way. And I don't want to influence it. I don't want to have to say it has to show up in this package. It has to look like this and feel like this, because I know whatever shows up is better than anything I could describe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and I feel as though I was thinking you had outgrown that environment and that you could have stepped out 6 months ago.
Hmm.
So sometimes what's amazing is it's like we already know we're almost out the door, and then the universe comes along and gives us a push, a
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
like another hint, like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Like,
But I don't even know if it's that. I don't I don't know if it's not something else there. And I don't know what it is. I
yeah,
really don't. But all I can say is that there have been changes up at the office,
yeah.
and there's some staff changes, and the energy in that place and the vibe is what it was when I got there
Oh,
6 years
yeah,
ago.
better.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Okay.
So there is a different feeling that I have right now about that place than I did 2 months ago. So, and that's what's even more exciting,
Yeah.
is because there's so much possibility. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to sure be excited to watch it unfold.
Yes.
Mhm.
How exciting. I know for me that as soon as I find peace and excitement in where I am,
Mhm.
that's when the opportunities open up.
Yes. Yep.
You know, sometimes when we feel uncomfortable, it's not the
Mhm.
greatest time to shift. It's like when we can appreciate and love where we're at, that other things open up.
Well, and do you know what's interesting is, remember all of my, like when I started my new morning traditions and I had all those things going on that were
Yeah.
troubling me, work
Yeah.
was one of those things. And
Yeah.
it was like magic watching things unfold that, eh, yeah. So I don't know what's happening, but it's fucking fabulous.
Was that kind of taking up your week?
I had a moment with Lily where we didn't have Easton around.
Mhm.
And I'm like, can I practice on you? Hypnotherapy.
Yep.
Can I practice on you? Um, we don't have to go real deep today. I just want to go through some questions with you. Did I tell you about me asking her? I
No.
didn't tell you. I'm like, okay, I need you to tell me what thing that you're dealing with that you really want to let go. And she's like, really, mom? And so she says, I want to work on, let's just say this
Yeah.
generic. I said, Lily, that is not a problem. That is a symptom of the problem.
Mhm.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That is the problem. I said, okay, let's start there. So I start asking her questions about why this is a problem and how it makes her feel and what it means. And what comes out of her mouth at the very end was, I'm worried about what people might think of me. And I said, honey, that needs to go up here.
Yeah.
This is a symptom of this feeling right here.
Yeah.
And I said, but I need you to know something. I said, I have carried that with me, and I'm still like, that is one of the things that I've got to figure out a way. I'm better. It's definitely the volume is lower on it, but it's still there to some degree. And I said, what if that is not yours and you picked it up from me and
Absolutely.
continued to carry it because you thought that's what you were supposed to do?
Yeah.
And her eyeballs got about that big. And she, I think for the first time, contemplated, shit, what if it's not mine? And I've just been copying what I've been modeled.
Yeah. But also, and also, like, she's carried it as something that is wrong within her.
Yes.
When we do that, we assume no one else that's kicking ass or that's badass has it.
Yeah.
So it's also eye-opening, for us to sit on this podcast and go, yeah, this is what I'm working on. I always have this, I'm not good enough. I always
Mhm.
have, what will they think of me? I'm
Mhm.
always working on trying to lower the volume on that voice in the back of my mind that
Yeah.
says they're going to judge you.
Mhm.
Like, it's so
What are
powerful.
they going to think? What are they going to say? What if I look stupid? I mean, all the things.
Yeah, it's so powerful when we can
Uh-huh.
see that everyone has the same bullshit thoughts.
Yeah. And then seeing that I've just taught it to my daughter, fact that at 24, she has that information that she can say, this is not mine.
Yeah.
My mom told me it's not mine. I picked it up. I can give it back to her. I'll take it back from her. But it's now my responsibility to heal that in me so that she can see that modeled. But something
And
tells me she's, yeah.
energetically, they say that sometimes that when we heal something in ourselves,
Hmm.
also heals, or it also heals for our, like, our lineage.
Yeah. Because we're
So
not handing down that bullshit anymore.
yeah,
Oh,
it's so amazing.
I
It's
know.
so, I love it.
Yes.
Well, my weekend, so I was saying that we had friends, good friends, come up that we all lived together in Grand Cache Mountain Town,
Yeah.
when we worked in the prison, and they left. um about 6 months, 8 months before we did. So we were a tight little community. I lived there for 10 years. Cam lived there for 14. I think it was 14, 12. And these were our best of friends. They left and they moved to a different province. We end up then leaving and moving to where we are right now, Cold Lake. And it's funny to me because we had so many aha moments, and we often talk about how her perspective of our old town and my perspective, she's always saying, I loved Grand Cache. I missed our people. I wish we could go back. I wish, like I want to go back and I want to see everyone. And I'm like, why? And she just like has this beautiful idea of what it was like.
Oh, her memory. Yeah.
But I do not. And the difference is the energy of the place when she left was completely different than the energy of the place when I did, because the people were gone.
Oh, and
She
that'll do
left
it.
everyone behind. She left, and we were left behind, and slowly everyone moved. And within that short period of time, lots of people moved. I mean, 3 full sets of our friend group left, and then we were the 4th. So when she left this amazing group of people. She left comfort, she left support, she left excitement, she left fun, she left this like genuine community of love.
Mm-hmm.
When we left in the absence of it. It was not at all the
Is that
same.
everyone left?
Everyone was gone. The place itself is beautiful. There's cougars, there's elk, there's caribou, there's moose, there's deer.
Sandra, that sounds scary.
I think we had the same conversation maybe last time, timber wolves, but like it's beautiful. But it didn't feel the same because the people were not the same.
Yeah.
She's missing the vibration, and the people bring the vibration as much as the place,
yes. I think it is more than.
Yeah. Because it was pretty, but it didn't feel like home anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. And when she left home. So we talked about that. And then it was their 24th wedding anniversary, and our 25th was in May. Mm-hmm. And so we had purchased a bottle of Dom for our 25th, and we never actually celebrated it. We celebrated it in a different way, but like by the time we came home, we went out for a nice supper and stuff. By the time we came home, neither of us felt like champagne. And so we kept it there for another celebration. We purchased it for our 25th, but we kept it for another celebration. So when they came up and it was their 24th on like just a few days ago, we celebrated with that.
Oh.
And we talked about how it's not about the taste, it's about the experience, it's about the care, it's about the conversation.
But I really enjoyed it.
Oh, so do I.
Okay.
But I feel like it's not about the flavor.
It's about the feeling you get when you drink it.
It's the feeling you get when you drink it. It's how you feel like you're honoring yourself, and it's so special. It's like the care, it's the box, it's the ribbon, it's the story that's inside the beautiful black brochure.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that, and we talked about how so much of the time we spend in autopilot, not appreciating every single moment.
Yeah.
The moments that we had and the moments we are having right now. Even we were driving around and she said, I can't get over it. Look at the flowers. My husband would be so excited that I'm noticing the flowers. And I said, yeah, we have beautiful flowers here. The city of Cold Lake has like incredible, like huge baskets of flowers and and containers of flowers. Like, I mean, incredible everywhere. It's full of flowers.
Wow.
And she's like, I would not notice this normally. I am loving the fact that I am so at peace and so in the moment, in the now, that I'm noticing the flowers. And we had this discussion, like my friend's husband was saying, we were talking about this later, and he said, they were in Vegas, Vegas with friends, and everyone was walking at like warp speed, and he stopped in the middle, and his wife, my friend, said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm stopping to smell the flowers. They're beautiful. They're taken so well cared for. They're so well cared for. They smell incredible. Stick your face in this flower." The amount of time and energy and that people, he's probably in the Bellagio, I don't know, but like, I love that place, the flower place. And he's like, everyone is rushing and not appreciating all of this that we have to offer in our lives. Of course. And this is nothing new, but it was like, I love to listen from his perspective. Because I'm usually, like, you and I are usually the one that's doing the yapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're usually the ones, we're on this podcast, but like, I loved to see it from their perspective.
Yeah.
And how, I don't know, aware they became and how relaxed they felt in our presence. I've never, even though I still don't have stairs, I still don't have a railing. It's like, enter at your own fucking risk in the Priestley house, because like, you could fall down 2 flights easy. And I still don't have a lot of lights. Most of our lights are gone. But they were so relaxed and at home that they had the opportunity to stop what they were thinking. They're both parole officers. They both got, like, public positions, and it's a very intense position. I mean, I did it for a lot of years. And, he even said he was driving here and he was thinking about stuff at home. He was thinking about stuff at work. And all of a sudden he's like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm driving on this beautiful road, all the crops, all the scenery, and I'm with my family. When was the last time I had all 4 of us in a vehicle? When you got adult children, you're not often just the 2 of you. And, and he said, like, what was I doing? Not appreciating this.
Yeah.
And he kicked his own ass and went, fuck it, no. Like, I'm going to be in the now. I want to be in the moment.
Yeah.
We need to appreciate. It was so cool
Every day.
Every day.
In everything. When they call and say, we don't know if we're going to be around in 6 months.
Where's the gift?
Yeah. Let's get excited.
Yeah. And too often, I mean, what is it? Like 90% of the time we're in the past or we're in the future. We're thinking about the past or we're worrying about the future. And we're never in the moment. If you're going to be not in the moment, be dreaming about what the future could be.
Instead of what you're afraid it could be.
Yeah.
Because first of all, in the moment, when you're excited about what's out there, there's that excitement and you feel it. And it is energizing.
And that frequency is what manifests the amazing shit.
Well, it just brings you more and more things that feel like that.
Yes.
Or on the flip side, all the doom and gloom that can happen. Man, that'll put you on the couch in the fetal position quick.
Yeah.
Or it can energize you and get you excited about something. But you know what? Regardless of how it turns out, you have a choice. We have a choice in this
Mhm.
moment to look for what we want or what we don't and feel those two different things.
Exactly.
So we can suffer all the way there and suffer some more,
Mhm.
or we can just feel good.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Love it.
And we do it all the time, but
Yeah,
it's so exciting when you do because
absolutely.
we have our moments, right? There are
A
days.
and it's not about perfection, but it's
Uh-uh.
about reaching for the good feeling thought or reaching for the presence
Mhm,
as many times, as often as we can every day, and for as long as we can every day.
mhm.
Because
Yep,
when we can stay in that gratitude, when we can stay in that surrender, when we can stay in that awareness and that presence and that Eckhart Tolle like Zen state of
yeah,
now, we can attract the most amazing things, or even we're just in the space where we can see them.
yes. Yep,
I think I think sometimes manifestation is really about not even bringing amazing things to us, but being so present that we
mhm,
can see them coming,
yes.
you know?
And do you know, I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, but we discard a lot of information
Mhm.
because it's too much coming at us. There's just too much every day. So we discard what we find to be irrelevant. Well, do you know what's irrelevant? Things we don't believe.
Right. Right. But also our minds seek to
Mhm.
make we seek out information that
That
connects
proves
with
us
our
right.
thinking, that
Yeah,
proves us right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we're gonna filter out all the stuff
yeah.
that is not in congruence with what our thoughts are.
Mhm.
What a dangerous state to be in if what your thoughts are is fear.
Oh, it's hell on earth.
Yeah. We're gonna make shit mean stuff
Uh-huh.
that is going to justify that we're right.
Yep.
Ego takes over and we have to be right even when, and we have this sick and twisted feeling of I knew it.
Mhm.
Of course. Of
You
course you knew it.
just created it.
Yeah. I know. So amazing.
Mhm. So, well, with that, we are out of time.
I can't believe it.
I know. Super quick. Okay. Thank you so much, Sandra. This was awesome. Happy Thursday. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.
Bye.